today we're doing another tour of the Kingdom of Adirn, specifically my other subhood, which is called Penrith. Now Penrith is essentially just supposed to be like a large field. It's a weird strip of land. It's kind of no man's land. It's not part of the Kingdom of Adirn, but it's also not part of any other kingdom, and so they're just like in a weird position. But basically, Arndt Blumenthal did not want to kill the queen at the time, and he also spared, Cledwyn Kenton, who had been blinded by his men, who was the crown prince, as well as his sister Diega, as long as they basically signed away their rights to be, have any claim to the land Adirn was on. So they did that. The queen was here as well, but she's since passed, and it's just like a few families. The problem for them is like they don't want to get too big to the point where they attract raiders, but they also don't want to be this minuscule little fly speck village forever. I do have there's supposed to be a bookshop there at some point when I feel like building it. There's that. This was Malvina Sue, but she has moved in with someone, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the houses. I guess we will start with the Orioles. I can't remember who is kind of the leader here at this point. Okay, yeah, the leader at this point would kind of be Diega, who's following that family line. Don't you start with the pink. I see the pink. I see you. Don't do it. Yeah, this is going to be a quick tour. I just wanted to get it out of the way. I'm pretty sure Adirn is going to have to be broken into 3 parts, potentially 4. I don't know. It's a really big neighborhood. I don't think I'm going to be able to go into all of the Adirn lots. I might just go into the ones that are kind of decorated or interesting to me. But it's big and it's flashy, and that's not a good thing. So we'll see what I can do. Now watch, I'm going to go into this lot. It's going to be completely flashing, just to spite me. Alright, so this lot is actually based on a previous rendition of Adirn. I had a lot similar to this. I don't like this one as much as I liked the original version of it, but whatever, it's fine. You'll notice the ground around this is pretty flat. I haven't put much down, and that's on purpose. This is meant to be very kind of empty area. It was good dowry on paper, but no one ever expected to live on this land. We've got the house here. This is Cledwyn's room. Cledwyn is blind, so he is on the main floor, but he gets around, he manages. This is their living room. It's pretty basic. I haven't really decorated it, but got a kitchen dining, got a cat being naughty, of course we do. They've got a little Skittles thing. They grow flowers, grown raspberries. I thought it'd be a good idea to put this behind a fence, because obviously this is archery, throwing axes and stuff, but Cledwyn likes to go in there all the time, so good on paper. Reality, eh. They also have a basketball net. I'm pretty sure most of them are pretty into athletics. They also have a little bun, who's a delight. It's called Little Bit. Makes me very happy. They got a horse. It's just kind of a little bit of everything here. Upstairs, we have kind of a music art room. We have Diega and Jeremy Oriole's bedroom. Jeremy is actually a complicated character as well. He is the son of, let's see if I actually set up the family tree. No, I didn't. He is a Van Allsburg, but he was disowned. I'm pretty sure he's a Van Allsburg. What if I'm lying? I might be lying. I don't know. It's either the Van Allsburgs or the Bellamys. No, it might be the Bellamys. I think it is the Bellamys. He's the son of a prominent noble family, but his father disowned him because Jeremy's mother cheated on Jeremy's father with Jeremy's grandfather, so his father disowned the whole lot. His mom became a nun. He has just kind of been living his little free life, but it's been hard. And he He married Diego fairly recently. This room here belongs to Gamaliel, who is not related to anybody in this house. His mother lives in a different neighborhood. It's Adrienne Van Allsburg. She went into hiding in Tenby. And he has a sibling, Salathiel. He hasn't really got to see them yet, but it's recently opened. And then, of course, we have little Eadburga. This is her room. Again, not super decorated. I don't really have a good reason for Penrith not being decorated, other than they're afraid of raiders, so they're careful. I'm pretty sure Diego's also a midwife. If I'm not wrong, I could definitely be wrong. Yeah, she's a midwife. So she's kind of like a medicine room up here. I don't know. It made sense. I'm pretty sure all these are also related to midwifery. So yeah, that's that family. I'm really tired, so this is probably not the best explanation, but you're here to see the neighborhood. Like, we're not really talking about the families. I'm just adding information on them to kind of explain why their houses look the way they do. But yeah, I'm recording this. I've got sick with a sinus infection, and so I got behind on my pre-recording schedule, and then am now almost in the tail end of the panic attack recording, but yeah, happens to the best of us. So let's check out the Bellamy family, which there was a lot more of them before. Now there is just Kelvin and Elliot. That's gonna bug me. I think Jeremy is a Bellamy, but I don't remember. But he looks just like his mom. He doesn't really look like his dad, which helped with the disowning, unfortunately. But yeah, he's got half siblings now. No, it is Van Allsburg, because it's Amelie Van Allsburg. Okay, I remember now. I should not be doing this at 1 a.m. But if I do this, then I can go to bed. These are the things that I tell myself. Alright, so they live in a pretty boring house, in a former version of Adir, and they actually lived like in a really long, weird row housey thing, and there was a bunch of them. But like I said, everybody's kind of moved on, they've started their lives. They're the only ones who are really left in Penrith. Elliot was at one point married to the Hyatt family? Oh gosh, I don't remember. He was married to somebody important. Well, would have had to have been a Bellamy. Kevin is the result of that marriage. Obviously, she passed away during the war. And he just is kind of content to be single and not really do anything else. Their house is very, very barren and plain. They've got a little garden in the back. They've been growing hay. They have some Highland cattle, but they're really not doing too much. Loft upstairs, which is just kind of sad. Whoa, camera, be cool. Okay, there. I will say that Kelvin doesn't really want to stay here forever. I'm pretty sure his lifetime want is, he wants to become a magician, so we'll see if he potentially goes and becomes a warlock or something along those lines. But he's super cute. I adore him. He got a new haircut for a Ross, and I really like it. Okay. Let's go check out the Middlehams, who are also relented, serious words are hard, related to the Kentons. I just keep mashing words together is my problem. Related and Kenton was what that was. Because Rosie married Anirin when he was imprisoned. He was a Kenton prince. He was not, next up, but he was in line. And they got married and they had a child, and she fled the area with the help of his mother before Arndt Blumenthal found out. He does know now, because obviously that child is older. It's kind of like a quiet thing. No one's really bringing that part up yet. Like, it's known, but like at this point I think everyone's like, if we're just real quiet about it, maybe we don't have to acknowledge that this is a problem. Because obviously this child, Anirin, never gave in and gave up his rights to the land that is now Adirin, meaning his son, Selin, technically is a viable sort of heir to that land. I don't know, it's gotten complicated. I really like their house. I based it on a miniature house. I don't remember what it was now, but it was different. I like to build up doll houses and things. I just think they're fun. And it had just like weird siding and things like that. So yeah, had a fun time building this. As you can see, they have been farming. I think that's coffee, tea. So yeah, they've got a little bit of like farmland here. They are growing tea. They have a horse, a little spire, a log roller, because Brigham used to be in Van Allsburg, was a knight. He was sent away by Arch Blumenthal kind of as a punishment, but also because he didn't want to leave everybody completely unprotected. So Brigham was charged with caring for everybody, which he's done fairly admirably. Unfortunately, he did get into bed with Rosie Middleham and was forced to marry her by his... Maurice she was the queen at one point, but she also was like his great aunt or something. And so, yeah, she was not gonna have that happen. Rosie was her daughter-in-law. She would not be shamed. So they were forced to get married, but they made it work. He wasn't even really the best knight. He's a romance sim and he didn't really want to get married. So, yeah. Their house is incredibly plain. I have not even remotely pretended to decorate it or even recolor the beds. That's what we're dealing with here. But yeah, Little Selen is hardcore Kenton. Whenever I talk about that when I'm playing my Medieval Color Legacy Challenge, like, there's a face shape to them. And it's very strong. But Rosie and Brigham do have 2 children of their own, Geryon and Falk, and he basically raised Selen as well, so like Selen doesn't know. There's a lot of little kids with Kenton blood that don't know it. I do like their lot though. I should actually decorate the inside of it. We'll see. Alright, up next, let's do the Van Allsburg. Why not? There's so many of them. So Graham is, trying to think of a good way to describe this family. Graham and Hattie are just kind of, they're the hipsters of their time. Like, they're just really laid back, really cool, really collected. He was raising Agnes Bear, who died via Ross. Didn't do the best job. He was also raising Malvina, who has since left. And Brina, his daughter, is actually the daughter of one of the women who works at the brothel, but Brina did not want that life, so she came to live with Graham, and he was totally fine with it, and Hattie's happy to have her as well. Brina's the only one within the family that's kind of ashamed of it to an extreme degree, but yeah, Graham is just very laid back, chill dude. That's a Sinbad. You'll survive if you see a Sinbad, but I just felt the need to say it. So yeah, this is their house, which I really, really like. It's kind of silly, but it's fun. I like the shutters. I like the weird timbering, the roof. It's delightful. Not much outside. They've got a full little archery thing, but it's a little bit more decorated than some of the other houses in this neighborhood. So this is their kitchen. I know one of them is into games. I don't remember who, but somebody's into games, so they have that. I also believe one of them has like a dog lover or cat lover trait. I think it's dog lover. So I put like, they don't have a dog, but there's a deco dog, there's a bowl, it's fine, you get it. Yeah, I even decorated the kitchen. Super cute. This is their living room. Pretty sure somebody's a reader as well, and maybe a little not so neat. We do have like a creativity corner here. So this bedroom belongs to Nola, who just aged up, so I'm gonna have to fix that. They did roll for a baby that I rolled to see if they're gonna survive to a year sometimes. Not always, just if I feel like it. That didn't, so I should delete that now, but I had the Deco baby in there. Which those are really useful for that situation, because then you don't have to have a character file to use that up. But yeah, I do need to move Nola, and I also need to fix, because look at that's not on the wall. Whoop whoop, embarrassing. We have a little bathroom, and then if we go upstairs, I even decorated the hallway. Yeah, I did. Bathroom. The bedroom belongs to, it did belong to Agnes and Brina, but now it just belongs to Brina. So I guess we can move out some of the alcohol and a bit of the mess, because Brina is super neat. So yeah, she would not tolerate this at all. This bedroom belongs to Lucas, who is a night owl, so I tried to just make his room really cozy and really like a place that you could sleep during the day. He's an animal lover, I think. Okay, dog person. But like he saves animals. I've always had in my head, so that's why he's got like a little deco lamb that he saved in his room. And then I think he's into something, so I don't remember what he was into. I decorate the rooms based on what they're interested in, but sometimes I'll look at it later and go, I don't know. And this is, of course, their parents' room. We've got another decorative dog here. They like blue and green, and this belongs to Graham and Hattie. Hattie actually is from the Cook family, and her family kind of had a messed up thing where like they were saving to save their older daughter. They were going to buy out her indenture. They never planned to have more children. Hattie was an accident, and so they were like, well, sorry, Hattie, that's just like life. And so they were never going to buy her out. Because of the war, she did end up being free, but like, yeah. Also, one of them follows Stendarr. So yeah, there was a little bit of bitterness on Hattie's part that her parents were just going to let her be an indentured servant, whereas they saved her older sister. Or, yeah, they did. They actually did buy it out, now that I recall. And that was Alice. Yes. Okay. Look at me keeping things together. It is 1 a.m. I just want to point that out. She is a tired bean. So the final family is the McIver family, which Morella was a Drago. She was one of the younger Dragos. I honestly don't know who she's related to, because that family is like, I think, one generation further than all the rest of my families, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. This whole neighborhood has been rebuilt multiple times. I think 6 times now. And it's generations, and I didn't take the best notes in the beginning, so yeah. You can find really old posts on this on Tumblr. If you are super duper curious about them, you just click their name or type their name and it comes up. But yeah. So this is their home. I'm fairly certain Morella is also healer. I don't think she's a midwife, but I think I want her to be a healer. She doesn't have the trait yet, but that was the idea with the garden growing the herbs. This is their home, which is very, very, very plain. It's got a little bit of jettying sticking out here just to make it kind of interesting. And yeah, the main focus obviously is their massive garden. They also have a little bit of deadly nightshade and wolfsbane here, just in case. You never know. Their house is not decorated, but this is hopefully inspiring me. Occasionally it shames me, but hey, either way, I'll probably be decorating more. So yeah, they've just got 2 big rooms down here, the bathroom. We have the nursery here, which isn't really a nursery anymore, that belongs to their son, Colin. This is Eldon. Eldon's a jerk, but he is married to Morella under questionable circumstances, but they are married. And then Remy is not related to Morella, but she basically raised him. It's a complicated situation. He is a Bellamy, and this is his room here. So that is the entire kind of village of Penrith. Like I said, it's really complicated for them. And that fine line between they want to grow and they want to be a prosperous little village, but they don't have the protection of a kingdom. And if something happened, Adirn wouldn't let them in, essentially, so they would be stuck between a rock and a hard place. And so it's just, a lot of people have left because they're like, oh, I don't want to live in this nowhere land. But that's also why I've been very careful not to like put a lot of trees or anything. It's really supposed to be just flat grassland. I did put a couple, obviously, fields for farming, these little rock things, which I think are so, so cool. They're like a cliff. Show me that's fine. I guess I'll just find that CC on my own. Thank you. These by Great Cheesecake Persona, and they're cliffs, so it's like a cliff edge, but they come in all these different colors. They're neat. They're are also different. Obviously this is flat on the ground so you can't see it, but I could go like that and have a cliff face that's that color if I wanted to, kind of thing. Super neat. Highly recommend. Ooh, I forgot that I downloaded those. Anyways, so that's Penrith. Like I said, we will be seeing Adiran soon, but for now, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, anything to do with this, I can talk about Penrith and Adiran and Tenby for hours on end. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.